What's up, guys? Welcome back. So pretty much, as you guys just finished seeing, honestly, I just been in the garage trying to remove all of the surface rust that did accumulate in the engine bay, because the car sat outside for about a week and a half. And so with the moisture and everything else going in the air, even though it was covered, it still got around into it, and it did create some surface rust. There is a little bit more in here that I need to get into, this section here, also in the shock towers and the bottom sections down here. So I pretty much got that side done. All the surface rust is pretty much set and over with over there. So the goal for this video is actually to go ahead and hopefully get some primer into this engine bay and at least start doing the body work to it. That is one thing I really want to do to it. I'm gonna go ahead and I gotta layer a lot of, I guess you could say, skim coat of filler. I do have to do that to it, so I thought it would smooth it out. But right now, what I'm gonna do after I'm done wire wheeling it, I'm gonna go ahead and sand it with a 320 and hopefully get rid of it. Get rid of the harder textures that there is, because in the old filler, there is a bunch of scratches. As you guys can see right there. There is a bunch of scratches, and I do not want that to show in the paint or any of that stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with the 320. That way it's a little bit smoother than that, and that way we can start skimming other little pieces here, because where I welded holes shut, you can still see all that still needs to be filled. So I'm gonna make sure everything is done right this time and make sure we follow the procedure. Again, I am nowhere near a professional. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I'm really following the directions of a lot of people that do this for a living. Again, a huge shout out to Aftermath 1312. He is the one that has helped me tremendously on Instagram and give me pointers on what to do. So pretty much, let's just go ahead and continue and see what all we can get done in this video. Alright guys, so the skim coat is laid on. It is laid on pretty thick just to cover some of the holes. I still got to go over it and do it all over again once I do knock this down. So it's not fully 100% dry yet. It is still kind of tacky to where I can lift it up if I wanted to. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is actually hit it with the DA over there and the sander and knock off the top layer, and then from there it'll be smoother to work once it does fully harden. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and hopefully it all works. That's something that I was told to do, so I'm going to go ahead and try it and see how it all comes out.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute. I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning. And this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back.
Alrighty guys, so pretty much the filler part is pretty much done. I'm still gonna have to do a few areas where I know I'm gonna have to do some touch up, but I did fill here. I'm gonna go ahead and blow all this stuff off, so make sure we get no debris in it, no dust in it, and then from there I'm gonna go ahead and spray the high build primer on it. Once it's all sanded down and once I like it the way it's coming out, then I'll go ahead and basically sand down where the seams are going to go, and then I'll go ahead and add the seam sealer here and the other areas, so that way it can adhere to the metal. And then from there I'll go ahead and put a seal, a sealer over it, so that way it will all make it uniform again. The reason being is because I don't want to put so much material over the seam sealer because later on it could crack. But that's the best way that somebody else told me to go ahead and do it. That's what they recommended, and I've heard it from a few people, so we're going to go ahead and do that once we get the high build primer pretty much sanded down to how I like it.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man, I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine. I'm never second guessing, I just do what I was destined. Cause I feel I got the blessing, persistence and obsession. That's how you keep progressing, I already learned that lesson, yeah. I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving. You can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life, and I won't look back ever again. No fear, see clear, you deserve to be great. I know it feels like things get in your way. Push through those walls and the others will fall. Sit up, stand tall, you can get through it all. I need some energy, anxiety's no friend to me. I have a
Alright guys, so I do want to address the elephant in the room. Unfortunately, yes, I did not wear a face mask or a respirator or any of that. Unfortunately, I do have one. I just could not find it, which is the reason why I did not wear it. But I do have one. So we're gonna go ahead and pretty much continue on this tomorrow. I did already get 2 layers of high build primer in the engine bay, and again, this is not going to be a show quality paint job, as it does have a lot of imperfections, and I still got to do a lot more sanding in the engine bay, where this is going to take honestly a few days, a few weeks for me to go ahead and get this smooth. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks everything will be aligned so that we can put some sealer in it. But again, we'll go ahead and continue doing the body work, sanding, smoothing, and then go ahead and add the seam sealer right here. Once we get this down almost to bare metal, we'll go ahead and put a seam seal here all the way across, all the way on the bottom here and across the bottom. From there we'll go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. But for now, this is the way we're going to leave it for tonight, and tomorrow we'll go ahead and pick up on it, and hopefully I can get a little bit more work done on the engine bay, so that way we can honestly move on to the other 2 doors, which is what I kind of want to do in this video also, is get those 2 doors done, so that way we start making a little bit more progress before I head out on vacation. So pretty much by the time you guys will see this, the vacation will already be over, so the two doors should be done along with partially the engine bay. So again guys, we'll pick up on it tomorrow. Alrighty guys, so pretty much day 2 now of sanding the engine bay. So yesterday I came out here and I put some guide coat on it to help me out a little bit more, and so it's just gonna show me where I need to sand a lot more at. And I got started on it a little bit yesterday, so it looks like I'm still gonna have to keep doing body work to it as I stated previously. But we're gonna go ahead and try to get as much done in this video today. So change of plans. Unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to get to the doors. So I really wanna just concentrate on the engine bay and try to get as much finished as possible instead of jumping around back and forth. I'm also waiting for a package to arrive today, so hopefully that shows up. But yeah, let's just go ahead and continue getting at the engine bay. And yeah, breakfast of champs.
I'm gonna miss you. Thank you.
Alrighty guys, so pretty much it's the next morning, and I'm not sure if you guys seen it, but unfortunately I ended up dropping my camera and while sanding down one of the shock towers, and I didn't realize that the camera was gonna fall, and it ended up falling and just straight up hitting the floor. And yeah, it just ended up turning off. I could not get it back on. I literally just let it sit overnight as I continued just sanding away. So I really didn't get a lot done on the engine bay, and so I really don't want to drag the video out. We also got a package finally from S1BUILT, and we'll go ahead and open that up right now. But I just want to show you guys real quick what we got done so far. So as you guys can see, we ended up getting the whole front radiator support pretty much sanded down. It is smooth, even though it has these little ripples and everything else. A lot of the paint will cover that. This is just a guide coat, and there's a lot of high spots. Just one thing I want you guys to remember is that this is not going to be like a full show quality paint job where everything is just fully shaved, you know, all this filler is on there and everything else, welded plates inside. That's not what I wanted. I still wanted the characteristic of the original engine bay, whether it's high spots, low spots. I kind of wanted all that. All I really wanted to do was shave off a lot of the excess holes and basically fix a little bit of some of the metal that's original. As over the years, you know, it's all going to wear and it's going to create little dings and dents here like that from like strut towers and everything else. So stuff like that I am fixing, the ones that are up here and holes that I welded up. So as you guys can see, all of this is pretty much smooth to my liking. So now I got to sand all of that section here and this section, but I'm not going to go ahead and record any more of that. I'm just going to go ahead and do all that and I'll update you guys on the next video once it's all done. Well, pretty much let's go ahead and open this package that Sean from S1BUILT sent me, and yeah, see what we got. So after Sean and I believe Jay came from S1BUILT last time to see the progress of the EK all-wheel drive, they noticed that I had an issue, and that issue is that my diff cannot utilize two long axles like majority of the kits use. And let me go ahead and explain a little bit about that. So my kit is actually off-centered a little bit more, and no, let me take that back. My kit is still centered to where it was supposed to be like on a regular wagon diff. But since mine is an in-track, mine is more wider on one side, so it pushes more tension onto the hub assembly. So it needs the shorter axles. I did reach out on Facebook and I was looking for one, and Son said that he had a pair. So he ended up donating those to me, also with some other stuff. So let me go ahead and show you guys what we got. So what we got here, guys, is a pair of the S1 all-wheel drive trailing arms, or the rear lower control arms. These are adjustable so you can bring out the camber or positive on the bottom, bring out the wheel more, and this is going to come in really handy. We did get a full pair of those in. I believe this is the other one. Yes, it is. So we have both lower control arms along with two short OEM wagon axles. I'm gonna go ahead and refresh these, get these fully redone again, so that we know we're golden at the end of the day and we won't have any issues. We do have two of those here, as you guys can see. So again, huge shout out to Son and them. What else we got? So here we got also their S1 camber kits. Man, I'm honestly so happy and so just grateful to have them be a part of this build, man. This is something that I've always dreamed of, man. Dreamed of, and it actually happened. So here, you, like I said, you have both of those camber arms. So both camber arms, both lower control arms, and of course both wagon axles, short ones. Alrighty guys, so here you guys can see the difference. Those are the two shorter axles that Sean sent over just with this package, and those were the ones that was gifted to me after we ended up sponsoring them with a hood for his CRX. He ended up giving me these two long axles, so now I have two pairs of axles. So if I ever break one putting power down onto the EK all-wheel drive build, we will pretty much have a backup, and we will go ahead and refresh those other two axles that he sent just to make sure that everything is good. But again, we did get two camber arms here and also the two lower control arms, so that we can help push out the wheels a little bit more on it, because I would like the fitment more tighter on the wheel arches, and that way it will have that aggressive look with the 225 50-15 on an MF or M7 Mugen M7 wheel. But again guys, huge shout out to Sean and the S1 team for being a part of this build. Again, I'm deeply grateful to have you guys on board. So if any of you guys are interested in any parts, please hit the link in the description and hit them up for your guys' own parts, guys. Again, they are a true company that's in it for the long run and not just to sell parts. As you guys can tell, they're here for the community. But guys, we're pretty much going to wrap the video up here. Hopefully I'm going to go ahead and continue progress on the engine bay and get that finalized, so that way we can move on to the doors, and all that should be done by the time we get back from vacation. But if you guys enjoyed this video, guys, please smash the like button and also subscribe to the channel and let me know what you guys think so far of the build. Again, I know motivation kind of sucks for me, and I'm not going to lie, but seeing that companies like this have my back, we are going to keep pushing forward no matter if the motivation sucks or not. We're going to try to make the best out of it and just get this car on the road. But with that being said, guys, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Till next time.